Practice your intro. Say it a million times. Make sure it rolls off your tongue like water because they're going to view you as a professional. Okay? Man, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about mastering the first 30 seconds of your insurance phone call. Doesn't matter what kind of products you're calling for. Doesn't matter what kind of demographic. This stuff applies across the board. All right, guys, and at the end of today's video, I'm going to give you guys one huge closing technique that helps me close more business, help more families get protection, and get them to commit to doing business with me today. All right, guys, so we're going to dive right into it here. The first thing that we're going to touch on is the confidence, okay? The only thing that these people have to judge us is our voice. So if I sound timid, if I sound afraid, they're going to mirror my energy. They're going to be like, what's going on here? They're going to be skeptical. So I don't want to act like I don't know what I'm talking about. And if I'm a brand new agent, we just want to know what we're going to say. So make it muscle memory, practice your intro, practice what you're going to say. Hey, Susie, this is Tyler. I got some of the info that you had put in looking at mortgage protection programs. Looks like you had listed your mortgage amount at $200,000. Is that correct? Perfect, right? I'm confident. I know what I'm going to say. Hey, Bob, this is Tyler. I got some of the info you had put in looking at mortgage and final expense information online. And just want to make sure I got a date of birth here correct. It's 8/10/1998. Is that you? Yes, it is. Perfect, right? I'm going to be confident. Whoever I'm calling, whatever demographic, whatever the lead source is, I'm going to just stay confident. I'm going to speak clearly so they do feel my presence as a professional. If I'm like, hey, Susie, I got this information that you put in maybe, and I'm just calling to see if this is something that you were able to get taken care of. And they're just like, yeah, no, I'm good. I already got taken care of, right? Like they're controlling the conversation. So if it's final expense, I'm going to speak more slowly and say, hey, Bob, this is Tyler. I got some information that you had put in looking at the information on the life insurance programs, the final expense programs. Is that correct? Is this you? Whatever it is, right? Speak slowly. If it's mortgage protection, hey, Susie, this is Tyler. I got some info that you had put in looking at information on the different mortgage protection programs. Looks like you had listed a date of birth as 8/10/1998. Is that correct? Whatever my intro is, right? My tone's going to change. My speed's going to change a little bit depending on the demographic. I don't want to talk like a race car to the 82-year-old who needs final expense because they're not going to be able to keep up. So confidence, make sure you're speaking clearly. The only thing that they have to judge us is our voice. So even if I don't know the products, even if I'm brand new to the industry, practice your intro. Say it a million times. Make sure it rolls off your tongue like water because they're going to view you as a professional, okay? They're going to get the perception through the phone that you are the pro. All right, guys, that's number one. Number two is going to be objections. A lot of people will say they already got taken care of. They don't know what you're talking about. They don't have the time right now. They're going to throw out smoke screen objections all over the place that you're going to have to overcome. It's a part of the business. It's a part of the game. And mastering your first 30 seconds inside your sales process is going to be very, very key to make sure that you know your objections, okay? Pick out the top 10, the top 5, whatever it is, and practice them for 30 days and you'll know them by heart, okay? Do it morning, do it night, read through them a couple times, and in 30 days, you'll know them all. And when people say, hey man, I'm really busy right now, it's not a good time, no worries at all. I just have an open account here with your name on it. We just got to get this closed out. Looks like you listed a date of birth as 8/10/1998. Is that you? Okay, perfect. Just to make sure, and then I'm going to go into my next section. But I'm going to ask a question. So I'm going to say my intro. We're going to envision that they always say hello. I get to say my intro. And if they don't object, I move on. If they do object at this point, then I'm going to overcome the objection. And then I'm going to ask a question. Yes and no question, a 2-option question, never an open-ended question. Because what happens is they're going to take the conversation when they want to take it. And we got to keep the conversation in control. So we have to ask some questions that are closed-ended in the intro to keep them from going off to Jupiter, from going off, to Timbuktu and taking the conversation where they want it to go. So what I'm going to do is say, I'm going to ask 3 different kinds of questions. A verification question, right? That's the first one. Verification question. I'm going to ask whether or not this is their information that they put in on the form. The second thing is I will ask if they're looking around these programs just for them or for them and a loved one. If they wanted to just cover the mortgage or just cover the final expenses or leave money behind for family as well, right? Those are just yes or no. It's this or this, right? And it's 2 options. They have to say yes or no or they have to pick an option. And then once they do, I'm moving on to the next piece of my process. Right? Hey, I understand life is busy. Most people fill these out. They're not expecting this first call. We'll make sure that we get you the accurate information and close out your account in a timely manner. We're just looking around at these programs for you and a loved one, right? And I'm just making something up off the top of my head, right? So that's what I'm going to do to make sure that I can prepare to overcome objections and practice these, guys. It's good. It's not good enough to just know what to say, but how to say it, right? Can I say it clearly? When someone does object, am I confident? Am I able to overcome it? Am I able to get them to be open-minded for another couple of seconds to try to earn some more time going through your phone call. Okay, and number 3, guys, I'm gonna ask questions to gather information at the beginning to be able to use later, as well as advance the sale. So we just talked about overcoming objections, and it's very important at that point. We're gonna ask a question. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys 2 examples of this. So the first one is, we don't ask a question in our intro. So, hey, this is Tyler, I got the information that you put in looking at the final expense program. Well, they could say whatever they want about that. They could take that conversation wherever they want. I want them to stay in the lane that I want them to go down. So I'm not gonna give them all the freedom in the world. I'm gonna say, hey, is this your date of birth? Hey, looks like you put this person as a beneficiary. Is that correct? I want them to answer me, and I'm trying to also gather that info. Yes, this is correct. Yes, they're just looking for themselves. Yes, they're just looking for mortgage protection. Yes, they're looking for final expenses and to leave more for the family. Great, I can put that in my back pocket for later, right? But I'm asking questions. And then when they do object, right, I'm gonna overcome that objection, and I'm gonna ask a question so I can advance the sale. So rather than just overcoming the objection, it's the same concept. Hey, I'm busy. I can totally understand that. We just have an open account here with your name on it. We need to make sure that we get this closed out here today. Looks like you have listed as a date of birth 8/10/1998. Is that right? Yes? Okay. Versus, hey, I have an open account here with your name on it. I just want to make sure I get this account closed out for you today. They can take that wherever they want. Again, I'm leaving it open-ended. I'm leaving it up to them. So we want to ask a question because that's going to give us the opportunity to then advance the sale. Okay? So guys, again, the 3 things to be able to master your insurance 30 seconds, first 30 seconds of your phone call is, number 1, the confidence. Number 2, being able to overcome objections. Number 3, making sure you're asking questions to gather information and also to advance the sale. Guys, practice your objections, practice your script for the first 30 days that you're getting into the business or from today on, and you're going to be a master communicator inside this industry. Okay? Again, it's not about today. We're not after the layups. We're not trying to look around for all the layups. We're trying to develop the skill set to be independent in this business so we can create our own schedule, live our own life, be independent, and build something for us, right? And that's going to give us the opportunity to. It's the skill set. We're not after the easy stuff. So guys, like I said, I'm going to give you guys one huge closing technique that really does help me close more business with it's mortgage protection, final expense, whatever kind of person I'm talking to, whatever demographic or lead type. And this is going to be overviewing your situation after you go through your process and you're in your why section and before you go present the numbers. So everything that these people tell you on the phone, hey, I'm looking to leave my son as a beneficiary. I don't have anything in place right now. The mortgage wouldn't be able to get paid for. The final expenses won't be able to get paid for. Everything that they say, I'm on this many medications, I'm this old. Okay, Susie, let me just make sure I have your situation correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Currently, right now, you don't have anything in place. You're currently looking to make sure you get something in place because you've been looking around for 3 years. You have 3 prescription medications. You mentioned that you're getting a little bit more unhealthy as you get older, and it's important to get something put in place because the prices are only going to go up as time goes on. And whatever else they said, everything that they told you, say it back to them in their own words. They're going to feel so heard and understood, okay? And then I'm going to say, do I have all of this correct? Most of the time they say, and this, and this, and that. Or they just say, yes, that's correct. It isn't a matter of whether or not they're going to get it at that point. So I'm going to go to my trial close. Since it's not a matter of whether or not we're going to get the coverage, we'll look at 2 or 3 options to find the option that suits you best, and you'll make that decision. Is that fair? And it's my attitude totally changes from curious about their situation, I'm asking questions and educating, to we're going to get something put in place for you because you need it. And that helps people be decisive because they're not going to be decisive on their own. We have to help them make the decision. That's what being a closer is, right? I can help them make the decision to commit. It's not a matter of whether or not one of these options we'll get today. We'll look at these 2, which one makes the most sense? A, okay, perfect, I'll pull that up now. I'm gonna walk right through that process to help them get that taken care of, guys. I hope that this video helps you guys. We make these videos just because this industry's totally changed my life. And this is stuff that's really helped me make more sales, help more people, and it's how we train our agents here at Real Financial. So if you guys need anything else, let us know. You can check us out at realfinancial.com, and we'll see you in the next video. Man, if this is the video that helped you out today, I'm going to place a couple other of my videos right here for you guys to watch. It's exactly what you're going to need to see following today's video, guys. See you in the next one.